blanketed the small town as Rachel awoke with a start. Her heart pounded in her chest, and the remnants of a nightmare clung to the edges of her consciousness. The room, illuminated only by the pale glow of the moon, felt suffocating, and the air was thick with an inexplicable tension. As she sat up in bed, the details of the nightmare began to fade, leaving behind an unsettling feeling that lingered in the shadows of her mind. Determined to shake off the unease, Rachel decided to take a walk, hoping the cool night air would bring solace. The streets were deserted, bathed in an eerie stillness that amplified the unsettling atmosphere. Rachel's footsteps echoed in the silence as she wandered aimlessly through the dimly lit town. The flickering streetlights cast long, distorted shadows playing tricks on her imagination. As she turned a corner, Rachel caught a glimpse of an old, abandoned mansion looming in the distance. Its decrepit facade, adorned with ivy and shattered windows, seemed to beckon her closer. A strange compulsion overcame her, urging her to explore the mysterious mansion that had long been a source of local legend. The front gate creaked open as if inviting her in. Hesitant but driven by an inexplicable force, Rachel stepped onto the overgrown path leading to the mansion's entrance. The night seemed to press in around her, and a chorus of distant whispers hung in the air, carried by the chilling wind. The grand entrance creaked open, revealing a darkened foyer that swallowed the feeble moonlight. Rachel's footsteps echoed through the vast emptiness as she ventured deeper into the mansion. The air grew colder, and an oppressive weight settled on her shoulders. As she explored the dilapidated rooms, each one seemed frozen in time. Dust-covered furniture draped in tattered sheets hinted at a forgotten history. Strange symbols adorned the walls, and an unsettling energy pulsed through the decaying halls. In a room on the upper floor, Rachel discovered a collection of old photographs scattered across a broken table. The images depicted a family that once inhabited the mansion, their smiles frozen in time, concealing the untold stories that lingered within the walls. As Rachel continued her exploration, she stumbled upon a hidden doorway concealed behind a faded tapestry. The passage led to a forgotten library, its shelves lined with ancient books bound in weathered leather. One particular tome, adorned with a peculiar symbol, drew her attention. As she opened the book, an ethereal glow illuminated the pages, revealing tales of a cursed bloodline and a series of nightmares that plagued the mansion's inhabitants. According to the ancient text, the nightmares were a manifestation of the family's darkest secrets and unresolved sins. Rachel's heart raced as she realized that the nightmares she had experienced were somehow connected to the haunted history of the mansion. The realization sent a shiver down her spine, but a newfound determination replaced her fear. She was compelled to confront the source of the nightmares and uncover the truth that lay dormant within the mansion's walls. Guided by the cryptic tales in the ancient book, Rachel navigated hidden passages and secret chambers, each unveiling a layer of the mansion's grim history. As she delved deeper, the nightmares intensified, blurring the lines between reality and the surreal visions that haunted her sleep. In one particularly harrowing vision, Rachel found herself standing in a dimly lit ballroom, surrounded by the ghostly figures of the mansion's former residents. Their eyes bore into her soul, accusing and tormented. The air echoed with their anguished cries as they danced in a macabre waltz, forever trapped in the spectral realm. As the nightmares converged with her waking reality, Rachel's perception of time began to unravel. The mansion seemed to shift between different eras, revealing the layers of tragedy that had unfolded within its walls. The line between the living and the dead blurred, and Rachel became a reluctant witness to the torment that bound the mansion to its haunted past. In her quest for answers, Rachel discovered a hidden chamber deep within the mansion. The walls were adorned with portraits of the cursed family, their eyes following her every move. In the center of the room, an ancient mirror stood, its reflective surface holding the key to unraveling the mysteries that plagued the mansion. As Rachel gazed into the mirror, the nightmares reached a crescendo. Visions of betrayal, loss, and unspeakable horrors played out before her eyes. The mirror seemed to absorb the pain and suffering embedded in the mansion's history, creating a gateway between the world of the living and the restless spirits that sought release. A spectral figure materialized before Rachel, the matriarch of the cursed family. Her hollow eyes conveyed a plea for redemption, a yearning to break free from the chains of the nightmares that bound her spirit. Rachel, now a conduit between the living and the dead, understood that only by confronting the darkest secrets could she bring peace to the tormented souls trapped in the mansion. Driven by an unyielding resolve, Rachel delved into the family's tragic history, uncovering a web of lies, deceit, and a pact with malevolent forces that had cursed the bloodline for generations. The nightmares, she realized, were a manifestation of the guilt and sins that had festered within the mansion's walls. With each revelation, the spectral figures grew more restless, their cries echoing through the mansion. The nightmares intensified, threatening to consume Rachel's sanity. Yet, she pressed on, determined to break the cycle of suffering that had plagued the cursed family for centuries. In a climactic confrontation, Rachel stood before the mirror, confronting the vengeful spirits that lurked within its depths. The ancient symbols on the mirror glowed, and a surge of energy enveloped her. The nightmares converged into a maelstrom of spectral visions, and the mansion itself seemed to tremble with the weight of centuries-old sorrow. As Rachel uttered words of forgiveness and redemption, the spectral figures began to fade. The oppressive energy that had gripped the mansion lifted, and a profound stillness settled over the once haunted halls. The nightmares, now quelled, retreated into the depths of the cursed history, leaving the mansion in a newfound calm. Rachel emerged from the mansion, the first light of dawn breaking on the horizon. The town, once shrouded in darkness, seemed to awaken with a renewed energy. The cursed mansion, now devoid of its spectral inhabitants, stood as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of confronting the shadows that lurk within. As Rachel walked away from the haunted mansion, the nightmares that had plagued her journey began to dissipate like morning mist. The small town, now bathed in the soft glow of dawn, held the echoes of a harrowing night that had unraveled the mysteries of the past. The nightmares, once a malevolent force, had become a catalyst for redemption and closure. Rachel, forever changed by her journey, carried the weight of the haunted history with a newfound wisdom. But the cursed mansion, now a relic of the past, stood as a silent witness to the transformative power of facing the darkest corners of the soul.